Piccolo bitch.
Hell no, Piccolo's a badass boy.
Nah, I'm lying. He a real ass nigga. I'm lying. He a real ass nigga.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. If there were black people, that'd be Piccolo. I hope Mr. C was in this game. I hope Mr. C was in this game. That guy makes me proud.
Popo's a racist caricature of black people. He ain't black.
He's black and white, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how he's a character, considering he's one of the strongest characters on that planet.
There you go, black skin, big ass lips. They changed the design for the reason.
Gonna be purple because people whine and complain. They're stupid.
Nah, that's a caricature. That's a minstrel show.
Somebody with black skin.
That's a minstrel.
Like making a white person give them thin lips. Oh, that's racist. I don't like people have thin lips.
But have you never ever seen a minstrel show?
Dude, what?
A minstrel show. It's an American thing, where white Americans used to make fun of black people by having them with big lips and very black skin.
Nope.
They look it up. That's why they said Popo is racist, because it's a minstrel representation of black people from the past as well. So there's not people.
Yeah, look at Mr. C. He's a loudmouth, annoying, you know. Most black people are loudmouth and annoying.
Yeah, but black people are not compared to Mr. Satan. Mr. Popo is actually, that's legit, man. If you actually look at the history of the minstrel.
I never once heard anybody compare Popo to a black person until a couple years ago when they bitched about it.
No, it wasn't comparing it. It was a minstrel. That's it. If you look up minstrel, Google it now. They look exactly like Mr. Popo. That's why people complained. He even complained before that. I even looked at it thinking that looks a bit weird. Because even the original, what's the character from Pokemon? Jinx, I think, got a change because it looked quite similar to a minstrel. This is American history, so it's not that people are just making shit up. It's like this is actually people.
And Dragon Ball and Pokemon are Japanese.
Yeah, so Japanese, yeah, they understand the context, but when they changed it, when
it has no relevance to them. It's just a design choice by them.
Yes, but when they change it, like.
What if something is racist?
What I'm getting at is companies change based on the market they're in. So certain words in French are changed from English to different words if they mean something offensive in that language. So it's just to cater to that demographic or the people within the country, because certain things are lost in translation. So there's a reason why the American and British people complain, because it's like that's very similar to a minstrel. The Japanese guy may have not known. It may have been harmless, but it doesn't make it any less offensive.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't let things get to me.
Fair enough, but it was eerily close to a minstrel. And if you look up the history of a minstrel, it was, I can see why people might think quite offensive. It's like Jews getting offended if you show, the Holocaust imagery. They'll be like, that's kind of fucked up.
What?
So does that mean I should be offended every time they show a white person with no teeth and smoking a crack rock?
Yeah, if you think it's done in bad taste, then yeah. And then
I take it as a joke and I move on with my life.
It's up to you. But certain jokes are not funny. Like there's a reason there's no Jewish jokes on TV about Holocaust and anything like that. You may be like, oh, it's just a joke, but
You can't make jokes about anyone except white men these days.
Everybody's sensitive, yeah. You can't say nothing anymore.
oh, there's jokes about everyone.
Only white men, because white men are now the butt of all the jokes across the world.
I don't know, man. But in a lot of places, white people are still revered as top of the top. I don't know.
That's Asians.
Africa, they love white people over there. So I don't know what to say to you, man. White people are still on top, whether the media presents it in one way or another. A white man can talk and most people listen without even fact checking what he said.
Asians outperform whites in every aspect. academics, money, longevity, all of it.
Yeah, but Western culture is still seen as the pinnacle. So, what does that even mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like
I don't get why, because Japanese technology beats the shit out of ours, and Chinese military beats the shit out of ours.
yeah, so
It's Asia.
Yeah, but that's the reality of the world, man. You know, whites are still seen as right.
Well, I know something hilarious with all that's going on. China's gonna own America.
Wait, Vegeta killed Nappa?
With fireworks.
I forgot. I can put that part in there.
Hearts. Yes.
But he gets a cheetah. After this, that's it for the episode. I don't think we got it either. I don't think we got it.
And I still 3 commerce drones.
Transformations. After progressing to a certain amount, you will gain access to transformations. To transform and battle, then transformation palette. Hold L2 plus R2 and press circle, X, square, triangle to perform the transformation. Set to that button. Transformation increases your stats greatly, but also increases your HP and key. You keep them high risk, high reward options that are most effective when timed right. Like other palettes, you will need to check transformations to the palette to use them. I think I know what it means. It means like I can change whatever my transformation to like my abilities. I can ability transform. Okay, I play games, right? What's my name? What's my name? Stan what? King of what?
King of
what?
dicks, King of cocks.
King of games. King of games. How you cook? I gotta cook. I should cook.
The King of cocks. That's what you are.
Really?
Yeah, you told me.
That's can I poop? Why? Can I poop on a cock?
I don't know whether kinky shit you do with the cocks is up to you.
That close to it, go for it.
Yeah. Well,
Top butt stand.
yeah. It's that rough, huh?
The cock muncher.
Oh, there's a blonde chick. Hold on, is that the chick you were talking about? Hold on. There's a blonde chick here. I'm gonna send you a screenshot of her. Tell if that's her.
Is it the commander?
I know. Can you wait a second, sir? I speak Chinese, okay?
It's
to the left. She's to the left of She's to
It
the
might not
left
even be in
of
3. She might just be in the first game. I don't know.
That's what we're gonna find out. That's what we're gonna find out. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go. I sent it to you. To the left. There's a blonde chick to the left.
Okay, there's launching to the left.
Launch.
And then, I think that's her. If that's her, I'm off.
No.
You look to the left.
Yeah. It's not.
There we go.
It's not launch. Her name is Launch.
Her name is Launch.
Not
Oh,
her.
like she eats lunch. It's not her.
Launch, like a rocket launches into the air.
Oh,
Like, I'm gonna launch a nigga into space.
damn, those are so much.
Right, Dan, if you want to do the next area, let me know.
What happened?
Of 1-1. You said you wanted help.
What's 1-1?
Of Demon Souls.
Oh, you mean no, 1-3?
1-3, yeah.
Do 1-3. Yeah. Why, you on Demon Souls right now?
Yeah, I finished my Dragon Gorge.
Oh, very good, very
You
good.
see, the door is now opening. The fog is now lifted.
Oh, the area I need help. Oh, yeah. I don't feel like playing Demon Souls right now. Let's do it later. If you want, go ahead and beat it, but I just need help in that area. I'm in a cockroach right now. Well, single player. I'm in a single player mode right now.
Was it in your butt?
Maybe. Oh, right here. But where's the campfire thing? How do you set up camps? Attention. Cooking. Use. No, I gotta cook. I gotta go to a campfire and cook. How you transform? Wow, I suck.
You suck. They mention that you suck. And you
I
suck.
suck.
You suck, cock.
See, for all the fucking moves go for it, I think you have more kicks than this. This is example.
You made your combination.
I didn't do it. Already. I got do what?
You made your combination.
For what?
Oh, never mind.
How do you cook? I need to eat. Yeah, I'm gonna eat. I need to eat. My gaming energy is going down. That one was 29. 29. Wow. Okay, no, I'm not doing like 16 damage.
Oh, the Dragon Sword is fucking
How do
beastly.
you transform? Yeah, I don't have meteor combination. I have meteor smash. Yeah, I'm dead. Wow. Level 29. I'm 17. Goku versus Vegeta. That's gonna have to be until we continue. I gotta eat. Wait, what anime from this? Watch. I mean, I'm watching God Eater right now. Yeah, I'm gonna go from God Eater. That shit is good. You ever watch God Eater, the anime? It's really good. You'll be happy, trust me.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it years ago.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, that's what Jack said too.
Yeah, it's a really old anime. I'm so sad they never did this part 2. Apparently the game continued it. Yeah, it's follow the game. And I was thinking, I might play the game just to get through the story. I really enjoyed that.
3 is good. 3 is the best one. I played the other ones, they're pretty good, but 3 is really like next gen, new engine. They don't use the PSP engine on 3. It has a nice, like, cartoony to it, the way it plays.
That's fair, but I really enjoyed the anime.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it right now. I think I'm on like episode 3. It's getting real good.
Oh, it's an auto save, so we're good. Hey Jack, what are you playing?
Your mother.
Damn.
It's a terrible game.
Hey, have you heard from Jeremy? Called Jeremy or anything?
Nope.
You don't know if he's dead or if the girl kicked him out or anything.
Nope. She kicked him out and probably come back here. Which won't serve him any purpose because I'm moving to a studio. He will not be staying there with me.
Why not?
Because the studio, which he can stay in.
What if he said he'll scratch your butt?
I'll send him your way. Because you're the African movie studio.
No, I said your butt.
Yeah, I'll send him your way. He can scratch your butt, and then he can scratch his.
But if he wants to only scratch your butt, Jack Runkle, he says your name must be Jack Runkle, and that's the
He
only
can
butt he
legally
wants to
change your
scratch.
name and test it.
No, you were born white on February.
When Michael Jackson was born black and became white, you can do the same thing. It's a case thing.
Okay, you must be who you are. That's the only way. That's the only butt he wants to scratch. No other butt. Our Red Adventures. That was a good one. You know what? I want to watch again. Transformers Beast Wars. That shit was the monkey. You never watched Transformers Beast Wars, have you? Of course you haven't. Total drama. I remember that. Code Lyoko. I remember that patch. I need to start watching this Power Rangers Beast Wars. It's really good.
I don't know. I watched one episode of it.
And you can't watch any Power Rangers, even the old one, I know, because they all follow the same formula for every fight. The Rangers
No, I mean, the only episode I watched was one where Jason made an appearance.
Okay, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying, I can't watch Power Rangers like I used to when I was a kid, because I see something I never saw when I was a kid. They do the same thing every fight. They stick to the same formula. Every fight they go, they say who they are, right? They hit the monsters whenever it's a new monster, the monster kicks their ass, and then whenever it's a new ranger, the new ranger steals the show by himself. They all stay back, right? Then the new ranger is not as powerful. Then the red ranger has to go get something that makes him more powerful. They all follow the same formula. I can't do it. But Yu-Gi-Oh, I can watch Yu-Gi-Oh again. But watching all those fights, those duels, oh, they were intense.
Fuck the rules, I have money.
Yeah, I think I want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh. I love the mentality, thinking of that's a good duel. What was a good duel? The one against the monks were good. Yugi is so smart. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Yu-Gi-Oh again. I'm gonna keep watching God Eater. I still gotta finish Kill and Kill. Yeah, let me finish God Eater. Yeah, I'm gonna finish God Eater. I started watching, I think I finished it. Did it have a sad ending when a lot of people died?
Nah, that was a good ending.
Oh, it's like a Kameda Kill. Maybe that's a Kameda. I want to watch that again. That was a good one.
Kill.
Yeah.
Watch that.
Yes, I will. Is there kicking? Yes,
just like
good.
you'll watch Konosuba, which you won't.
I will. Okay. Poop on yourself. You know what? I'm gonna get some. God bless you. I'm gonna get some rice and some mysterious meat.
Cock.
And I'll look up Konosuba. Yes, very good, Devon.
Yeah, sure,
Very good.
To this mysterious meat, man.
Yeah, it's human.
Is it a cock or chicken? Those are his two favorite things. Damn, no. Oh, I can't believe I survived. What the fuck?
I hope you find something. Hard times, are you sure?
Alright, what's the English again? I'm gonna see if they have it in
I don't think it's in English yet.
with a C or with a K.
Okay.
You seen it, Devon?
Yeah, it's pretty funny, yeah. It's okay. They got a movie as well. Did you watch the movie?
It's not on Netflix. It's not on Netflix.
Did you watch the movie?
I have no way to place the end again. And I'm not getting it. I don't want to watch it.
Oh, again.
So I want to watch it. I will watch it, but just it's in my radar now. It's on my radar now.
Sure, I've been telling you about it for years, so it's always been on your radar, but you won't watch it.
Good. It's in my radar now. Anyway, back to watching other movies. Like the X-Men animes. You know there's an X-Men anime, like it's an X-Men.
Yes, came out years ago.
You came out years ago. You gotta check out that wizard. I love Matrix and Korra. It looks really good. And it did come out years ago.
Yeah, it did. There's also an Iron Man anime.
Yeah, I see that one. I see that one. Did you know about the Marine anime?
Yes.
Orphans, Iron-Blooded. Is that good?
Yeah, Gundam, yeah, that's pretty good.
Iron-Blooded. It's like Gundam, right?
It's a mecha.
There's Gundam. It's pretty good. It's one of the best Gundams to come out in recent memory.
It's not a Gundam, though.
It is a Gundam.
I could rewatch that.
It is a Gundam.
Or you watch something you never see.
Yeah, you're right. Right, let me finish watching. Oh, Parasite. Oh, 7 Deadly Sins. I know.
No, it's over.
I know, I didn't watch the end. I didn't watch the end. Fucker. Oh, it's 21. But let me make sure. Video they speaking the thing. It's gonna make me want to play the game. Yup, Melita is back. His family. Yup, this fight. Yup, they find out who he is. Yup, they find out who he is. And there's the last one. Yup, right here. Yup. No, let me just finish that. Yeah, I'm gonna finish God here. Yeah, let me finish God here. And enjoy it. You're potato salad with carrots. No. Potato salad with carrots, and then potato salad without carrots. Two different types of potato salad. Jack, I ain't lying to you, don't I? You should pay me.
And rice and chicken.
We already established that.
Yeah, but potato salad is another one of those things you eat a lot of. And beans.
Just beans. I said a little different today, and the guy said it's different. Or a little different.
Here, have some chicken salad. See that, Sandy? You're still getting chicken! But it's something you don't normally eat. Have some bacon and eggs.
I did yesterday. There's none of that.
Oh, I'm fat rolling.
If you go in my, really, Jack, if you go in my fridge right now, there's 3 different types of rice. Yes. 2 different types of chicken. And 3 things of different potato salad. Alright? I eat very simply.
None of them are deviled egg potato salad, are they?
I don't like those. Because that's the one with mustard, right?
Mustard, mayonnaise, eggs.
Yeah, I don't like mustard.
How about you have a hot dog?
We don't have any.
Yeah, go get them. Instead of buying chicken, buy hot dogs.
That's what my woman buys me. My fridge, if you open my fridge, you're gonna see 3 bowls of different types of rice and 3 bowls of different types of chicken. That's it. And potatoes, two different things. People eat good when they come to my house. I offer people good food.
The same shit.
Ooh.
How about you get some Lucky Charms?
Autistic Jack. You know you're autistic, Jack.
Yes, I am autistic, the one who likes variety.
Mm-hmm. I like variety too.
No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
5 different types of chicken is still chicken.
Mm-hmm. You can have boiled chicken, grilled chicken, fried chicken.
Grilled chicken.
No, they all taste different.
Chicken.
Taste different. Taste different.
Chicken.
Grilled beef stew, chili.
Chicken.
But you put chicken in it.
Yo, why is something failing, man? Why is always something even failing? So, whatever.
You're probably in an area with a lot of people. That's why. Probably a lot of people picking up.
I'm doing 1-3. And now I'm older.
It's a high vision, high activity area.
But you don't want to meet me. I got a giant ass sword. Right in the back. Pow. Wait, was this fucking... I can't remember. Was this in the original game where you, if you were overcumbered with items, you can send it back to the box? I remember that shit.
You can send it back here.
But I don't remember that shit from the original game.
I don't remember that either. I think that's a new thing they added.
Yeah. I remember you can carry as much items as you want. Am I wrong?
I thought you could carry as much item as you want.
Nah. I think they fucked the game up. Whoa, almost fucked up there. I just want to get the demon Brent.
That's not the way to get it. It's in 1-1.
Yeah, you gotta do the you gotta do that quest. Line up. So here's the way to do it. You gotta go through the one, world 1, and do the guy's quest line, and then get to the end.
His whole story.
And we get to the end where for the last boss, he's there. I think he's either he's what do you call it? He got mad when you fight him and kill him. I remember. I played this game so many times. I remember. Whoa, bro. Whoa, bro. Run away. Fucking these red eye fucking knights are deadly. That's some nasty ass hits, nigga. Ooh, but you can't fuck with this one, bro. Wax you back. Man, this one is fucking powerful. Dragon Bone Smasher. You get hit with that, flying. Dead. Pretty much dead. I remember this part. This is a trap. This was a trap.
Yo, that is the juiciest shit I've ever ate.
Edo, 1 second.
Oh, I'm a big motherfucker, yo.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
No, it's good. I'm just okay, yeah?
Yeah?
Talk?
Yeah?
No.
Alright, I'll call you back then. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Alright. How you doing, babe?
I wanted to know how he was doing.
Yeah, he's okay. He got the operation done now, so I think he's just resting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some guys.
Same guys, yeah. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's a success because, they've not cut off his leg, so, it's good.
Did it work?
They haven't cut off his leg, I guess it's just healing, so yeah. Yeah, so it's good. Mm-hmm. But I haven't found more information. I'm just going to take some time off, really, because I was thinking about it earlier today. I just felt so overwhelmed.
It's normal.
Yeah. I went for a drive. I was thinking, it's a bit too much, really. And it's tier 4 and all the stuff. I'm thinking, damn.
He was tier 4.
No, tier 4. They're tier 4 here.
Ah, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I just got, put my mind away from it. But I'm going to contact him later today and see how he's doing. How it went. Yeah. But I saw my mum yesterday about it. And she told me that, he did the operation. It's been done now.
Did he did it this morning or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Okay. Okay, so far it's good. So hopefully it's just gonna recover fine and it's heal alright.
Yeah.
How are you feeling though? You sound a bit overwhelmed.
Yeah, I just thinking about everything and thinking it's kind of tiring now. Sort of thing. I didn't mind being indoors for the first 6 months, but now, especially when things get dark so quick, it feels just kind of just I'm drained really. Just want some, I don't know, exotic holiday or something, because I feel sometimes go away from all the problems for a while. But yeah, man. Keep going, keep going. Today I'm really just taking it easy, man. I just woke up, just felt very
Off.
yeah.
Take it easy today. So cuddle yourself, treat yourself. Maybe watch something, an anime.
Yeah, I'm chilling, just playing
relax.
games, really, just lighthearted, not thinking about anything, really, not thinking about I have to do this or do that, just very lighthearted. Especially now, 'cause I can't do much, especially with tier 4. Thinking like anything I want to do, can't really do anyways, so, yeah. Just relax. But yeah. Well,
Yeah.
2021 was,
Remember
was
that.
be a better year.
I don't know. I hope so, but I think it's just going to be very similar to this year. Not trying to be negative, but...
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, funny enough, I was talking to one guy about it, and I was like, yeah, most likely he'll still be doing this till March, probably.
Who are you talking to?
Just the guy I went to go give the watch to, his roommate, because he was a personal trainer, and I was talking to him, and then I was like, he's like, yeah, he's been on furlough since forever. Now because tier 4, his gym's closed, so he can't go to work. And I was like, yeah, let's hopefully. I was trying to be positive, I was like, hopefully, yeah, by January it's all good. And he was like, nah. And I was like, yeah, I was trying to be optimistic, naive, March. Forget about it.
So, I think for you, maybe try to keep yourself busy with your coding, all the stuff that you want to finish. Just, focus on it.
Yeah, definitely. By March, we'll course everything done.
So when was December? What happened?
It's not been last 2 months. It's been very, just like, very taxing on my mental health, really.
I know they have.
So I was on track, but I just like felt to a ground and halt, and just nothing.
Say it again.
Felt like a ground and halt, and
You feel like
It came to a ground and halt. I was saying.
What does it mean?
Like I just stopped, like a hard break. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Time will heal things. Give yourself time.
Yeah.
It's okay to feel the way that you're feeling now.
I just hope I can get the, I hope you can go back to Italy and get your flight, and I hope I can go to my dad's funeral at least.
What?
I said I hope you can get your flight, and I hope I can get to my dad's funeral in January.
If not in January, maybe you guys need to push it, because even for us, for my grandma, we're gonna do it in April.
Yeah, it's just a lot of money's been spent, and it's difficult. And I don't know. Possibly spoke to my siblings yet, but just hoping that after Christmas there's a bit more information on how things are going. Because right now it's kind of like uncertain. I don't think they've cancelled my flight yet, but again after Christmas in the New Year, at least it'll be a better idea of what's going on and whether we can travel or not. From what I understand, from what I looked around in.
Yeah. Let's see. We can only just wait. And you have booked with British Airways, so hopefully you'll be able to either move it or get a refund.
Yeah, it should be fine because I booked from them with for the Dubai flight, and they gave my money pretty easy. Like it was a couple months and then fine. I did it with the same company as well, Travel Up, and they were pretty good with giving my money back because they were a booking agency. So I had no issue with them. So I'm not concerned about getting my money back. It's just money spent on the other stuff like food and all sorts of things. It'd be very difficult to get back and probably have to spend that again.
But can they not push it since this is not food that's being cooked?
I know, yeah. I guess they can.
So
it's
I
just
don't see why you wouldn't be able to hold on to the money, but we're doing it in April rather than whenever May rather than in January, just because the situation is out of control.
Obviously, they will understand a bit more, but for me, I feel like it'll be quite difficult because there's people in Ghana, you don't know them exactly. Holding on to things for that long, things start to go missing, or stuff like that. So it's got to be a car to sort of coordinate that and make sure things are just intact and stay that way. And even the family, even his family could, I think they really want to get done. They could end up just saying, like, we're just going to do it now, and then you guys can Skype him or something. So, who knows? So, right now, because the chat, they've not really said much. They said tier 4 and kind of left it as that. I'm just thinking, I guess we'll just wait and see how things go. But I guess they'll set up a meeting if anything sort of changes. That's drastic.
Yeah.
I guess the consensus.
It's been very drastic. Yeah. Very drastic.
Yeah. Barbie, you, any news in the flight? Is it still going on, or?
It looks like it's still going on. I just feel being, I guess maybe the guilt, of still trying to travel. Because, they're telling us not to, so...
It's not your fault, it's the government's fault. Government should not done it so instantly. Like, it was suddenly like, boom. And I thought it was in tier 3, three tiers. Suddenly it's a fourth one come out of nowhere.
No, we were already in tier... yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't know that there was even tier 4.
Well, that's what you said, and that's what all the news outlets said, is that there are 3 tiers. So suddenly tier 4 is like, what the fuck is this?
I think it's just because they don't want to call it lockdown, people get a bit iffy about it. So instead of calling lockdown, they just decided to come out with this tier 4.
Yeah, well,
it's a lockdown.
Yeah, but as I said before, government's just a mess, and again, more of a mess when it's like, if people can't plan a simple, lockdown, like, give people time, and who knows what
That's the thing, isn't it? Because at least in March, they gave us some time, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I think it was a bit... I think it was necessary to do a lockdown, but they either said it before, or if they wanted to communicate it yesterday, say, okay, from the 21st or from the 22nd, at least 48 hours, I think it should have been, it would have been more correct.
Definitely, man. Definitely a lot more time to actually, get to it. But
replan or even accept, because now, now that we're going out, I don't even know how, if there is going to be police on the train. I'm just going to say, I was looking, we live in East Croydon or something. I don't know. Because East Croydon is the one before Gatwick Airport. Since it takes us some time, so it's just going to be a sticky situation. We have luggages, so it's not like we have a car where we can hide it in the boot. It'll be uncomfortable. So...
Well, I don't mind driving you if it feels going to be a big issue.
No, don't worry. It's an hour for us. Maybe over an hour. For you, it's just very long. We saw it last time. It takes you an hour to get here, an hour to there. No. I will not. It's not fair on you. And also today, you're not. Just relax. I want you to relax today, so don't worry for us.
What time are you leaving? 5, you said?
No. So our flight is 5 to 8. So we wanted to be there around 5-ish. So we'll leave around 3 something like that. 3, just to get there early. I don't know, maybe before 5. So don't worry. Like, honestly, baby, I'm not asking you to do this. I would have asked you, I just want, we can do it. It's an hour away, so it's not far out.
No.
It's just, we didn't expect this tier 4. So it's a bit, we come up with something. So don't worry. I think just today, relax and take it easy, really, okay?
Alright. But let me know if anything changes, because I could possibly do something,
I'm ready for you. It's an hour to come here.
Yeah, but if you do come, like, say, East Croydon or something, I could do the rest of the journey or something like that, if you find there's an issue going down there.
Okay. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And now, even leaving you like this, now you'll be upset. It makes me, I don't know, for me, I ache so much when you're in pain, so.
It's alright, just need some time, really. But I was more overthinking overall about everything, and I was thinking, damn, this is just, it's not getting any easier. It's not going to get any easier either, but...
No, but that would be fine. Like, we don't think about the obstacles.
Yeah.
We think of what we want to do. We just sit and we do it. Honestly. We'll be fine.
Shame the gym wasn't open either, because I was hoping to have the gym at least open so I could at least It'll work out, but
Go to the job.
yeah.
Go in the morning, because the morning so far have been amazing, and then in the afternoon the weather goes funny, but in the morning it's very nice.
Yeah,
You seen it?
yeah, I went out, yeah. It was very clear. And good weather. But yeah, man. So let me know. But good luck, and yeah, have a safe flight.
Yeah, because then, you know me, I'm a bit superstitious, and I was starting to think. So in Italy, first of all, we needed these tests done 48 hours, the only country in the world asking for 48 hours. Then, second of all, they're asking anyone coming from the 21st needs to quarantine, and we're coming on the 20th today. Then this lockdown, does it mean that maybe we shouldn't travel?
Yes, it's too late now. Just gotta see, what happens to deal you. So if you get there, you get in. If you don't get in, you don't get in. Pretty much.
No, but I mean, you see what I'm saying? Me being superstitious right now, does it mean that maybe we shouldn't travel? Too many things on the way.
Yeah, I get what you meant. I'm saying that at this point, it's a bit too late. It's just you should go and go. What happens, what causes dealt is dealt, pretty much.
Yeah. I wish I could give you a hug, and always remember, when you're feeling down like this, I'm here. I'm here to listen to what you feeling. Don't forget that.
No.
Things will be fine. You've been doing very well, in this time. Very well. But don't be harsh on yourself. Don't take it easy on you, and don't take too much on your plate.
I'm taking it easy now, for sure. Because it's just a bit too much now at this point for me.
Okay.
No.
Alright. Yeah, I've done these. Nothing much really. To Marta. Yeah, she's also very overwhelmed, bless her. She doesn't, they refuse. So you know how she moved out of the house?
Yeah.
Flat? Maybe it was a bit of a mistake. She was a bit maybe too positive because, well, it's not completely her fault, but she really, didn't like the situation at home, so she decided to move out. She agreed to move out on a certain day because then she thought that she'll go back to Italy. So she bought just what do you say, one-way ticket to go to Italy. But then the new restriction came into place in Italy saying that if you don't have the test, you can't really travel, blah, blah, blah. So she didn't. She decided not to travel and to focus on finding a place. And she found this place with two of her friends. Unfortunately, they're all artists. So they are like freelance. So they don't really have a contract at the moment, things like that. So they rejected their request, or they rejected their references or something like that.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have a house. So all of her clothes are in a storage thing. And then, in the storage thing. And then she's staying at her friend.
Yeah, it's tough right now. Yeah, I feel for her.
I really feel for her. And so she was a bit overwhelmed. And then she started dating this guy, this black guy. Not the one that look a bit good. Another one, Nathan, the one that look good. I don't know how to say. I don't know, like the one that doesn't look like the does like he's a personal trainer and does all the stuff. I don't know. And she's really into him, and the thing with Matt is that she's the opposite of me. She falls in love very, very quickly. So she's a bit scared of that. Of how quickly she's already feeling attached to the guy. Do you think you're someone that falls in love quickly yourself?
No, I don't think so, no.
you think you fall in love with me quick?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
I'm someone more on my. I think it takes me a very long time.
Nah.
But then once I do, I'm very loyal. So it'll be. I don't know which one is best. I think there should be an in between.
No, life's short. Better just live it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking yesterday, and I thought, I really want to be with you, you know.
So yeah.
I was thinking, no one is really perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect, but I really like you. But you need to stop doing certain things. That's what I'm thinking. And you need to promise me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a conversation for another day, but definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
But I love you very much. And sometimes I always tell you, I wish I could take your pain on my shoulders or have, you know.
No.
But
No, but
yeah.
pain won't make you stronger, and you have all pain to go through. So
Definitely.
you can only support each other through the tough, good times and bad times.
Definitely. I think I'm getting stronger, definitely. I don't know, I don't get very teary about a lot of stuff anymore. So I feel, even yesterday when I got this restriction, also I feel like I'm just so frustrated that I feel nothing, or just so much anger and annoyance. But it's just like, yeah. So
I hear that.
yesterday I had a very nice conversation with Tuma. He told me how I need to change my mentality very much in order to pass this exam, or I'll never pass it. And how because I told him, but to me, the problem is that I've been having this mentality from when I can remember, like in primary school, and about was the best one or the good, I was just average, or I need to work extremely hard to be just above average. So I always want to get into this field that is extremely competitive, where you have sharks, people that do extremely well. And I never was that one, so I was just DD, very good in athletics, extremely good. So now that I'm here, I feel inadequate, completely inadequate. And my brother basically told me that he felt exactly the same. Exactly the same. And I need to just literally sit down and study. And remember that a lot of things are just luck. Just pure luck, and it doesn't mean that you're not good. And especially for medicine, extremely bright. You just need to be honest. It's just that medicine is repetition. I've been seeing it for over 5 years. So it's always the same thing. He just knows how to solve those problems in those patients. Like, even if he had his eyes closed, it's just repetition. And of course now he's good at it.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing it every day, over and over again. And he told me, if you want to become a doctor, you can. Because to be honest with you, a lot of physicians still say, I wish I was in medical school though. Because I prefer how the system is structured. There's so many things. And I see myself as that rather than physician associate. So maybe one day, if I have the strength. And also, But I wish that I don't understand why they're making it so complicated because in every other country, if you do biology, chemistry, pharmacy, biomedical science, then they count a lot of your exams that you do in first and second year, mean that you can jump straight like in third year if you want to do medicine. In this country, it looks like the medical doctors don't really want that. So if I want to become a doctor, I will need to start all over again.
Well, there's always ways around it, and I believe that you'll figure out. And, like I've said similar things as well. That most people are very average. In any field you go to, I see very few talented people anywhere I go. I feel myself a very average person, but I get by. And it's just I see you as a very exceptional person, so I believe that you can do it because I see the hard work you put in, and I don't see many people do it like the way you do it. So I said I think
I haven't been putting in a lot of work in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, fair enough. But from what I've seen consistently over the last 5 years, I say, it isn't consistent. And I'm sitting there thinking like, damn, man, I don't think I could have done that for a lot of things, really. So thinking if I had the same sort of work ethic you did to my studies, I'd probably be VP by now in some corporate company. So you're very studious and hardworking. So I believe you can do it. So I believe that.
I'm starting to believe that I can do it.
Yeah, I think. Well, sometimes I have to think about you'll probably do better than me. If I end up in an average sort of career, you probably end up doing better than me.
Don't say that, Amore.
No,
if you say that, then you will.
No.
And you won't. Not that you won't be.
I know. But what I'm saying is like the odds are more in your favor. So I'm saying
no,
that.
I don't think. I extremely believe, like every part of me believes that you can do it.
I know. But I'm saying statistically, yeah, it's favorable for you to win. So I don't see why you wouldn't. That's what I mean by that. I mean like I'm not gonna do it. I'm saying that I'm saying for you statistically, you're gonna do it. Just about the work you put in. So I don't see why not.
I believe it now. I believe it more. But I need to sit down and actually stop being lazy. Stop finding excuses because I have excuses that I don't vocalize, but in my head they're out there. Like, for example, I don't have a stimulating environment, meaning I'm someone that does very well if I have something a day or two where I can unload some the pressure or the boredom because I'm someone with a lot of energy. So, but this is the time now. There is nothing to do to release the energy. So I just need to sit down and do it, really.
Yeah, pretty much. Man.
So, just sit down and do it. No more excuses. I need to pass this exam around it. So, I need to do it for myself, for us, and for my family. Because more than anyone, for myself. I need to. I'm 28. I'm just at a point where I need it. I need that kind of change.
You will.
So, same for you. The only thing that I wish for you is that I wish I could remove some of that mentality of the city that tells you that, I don't know, that leads you to do certain choices. Because you don't need that, Amore. You really don't need that. You don't need to sell these watches. You don't need... Because in a way still, you'll be fine without all of this. Because I know it. I don't know why. I know that you'll be fine. I know it. I just... Every route you're gonna go through, even if it is your business, even if it is something else, you will be fine. But you need to remember that you need to remind this to yourself. You'll be fine and you'll be happy. Because I think almost you associate with, if I don't do the business, almost I'll equal to unhappiness. But you need to remove that. You won't be unhappy. You won't be. You'll do so well. Just put your mind into it. Try with every part of your body, which you're doing already, to succeed in this business. If it doesn't, try again. If it doesn't, try again until you're tired too. And if it doesn't, you still find something that will make you happy. You can still fall in love with other things. There's so much out there, baby. But you need to really find the willingness to accept the other things as well, if this doesn't work. And you still can find joy. Sometimes we find joy, you think happiness, you think that, I would have never fall. My sister's trying to call me one second. In things that you would have never expected. And sometimes almost I think that we find unhappiness because we're so fixated. Like, I must become I must do this. And you neglect everything else. Geneva, sorry, let me write to my sister.
No worries, it's fine. It's fine. You can go talk to her, but yeah. And I get it, man. I agree. No, I'm working on it. I'm trying to be very open-minded about a lot of things. But yeah, but you're right. I will.
Don't forget the other things, the other things. Even for me, for this medicine, if you don't become a doctor, I know even as a physician associate, I can build up a law certificate. There are other things to make myself happy. At the end of the day, what I want to do is just really to be a good physician and to work with people. And don't think that I don't want to make a name of myself. I want simplicity in life. What I mean with simplicity, I don't care about the Mercedes. I don't care about the Porsche. I don't care about that. If I reach that, good. But I'm somewhat ambitious of myself, so I don't know, just go with the flow as well at the same time. So I accept that life is more than just work, and it's in the simplicity of, for me, being happy with you is one of the biggest things, for example, and health and my family being fine. Those are, for me, the core things, Not the fucking big house, the fucking nice car, and those are pluses. That is the core. Just make your mental health going. And if you have this, you can do everything else.
Yeah.
And I feel like in this city, we kind of forget that. We feel like everything else to get to this. No, first it's the core. Because if you don't have this, you don't have anything else. You don't have anything else. That's what I mean with simplicity.
Yeah. I agree. Very good valid points.
But, I've been thinking so much lately about us living together. I really want to do it.
No, same here. I'd like to move out with you and move on.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave you because now I'm becoming Italian. I'm talking too much for your liking.
It's okay.
I have nothing else to say. And it's crazy because I keep seeing this law the restriction doesn't make sense because I keep seeing every about 2 minutes, if not less, planes landing.
Well, this whole.
They're not scared for them to bring the virus, but they're scared that we will bring the virus out of the country. What's the logic?
This lockdown's been a mess since the beginning, so there's a reason why I told you I stopped listening, because none of it was making sense. It was one day was this, one day was another thing, next week was nothing, next week you read the newspaper, when the PMs has done something, MPs has done something, that's against the law, the rules, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, I don't know what they're thinking, I don't think they care, I don't think they even have a clue what they're doing either. They make up as they go along. So, why should I keep listening? It's just not been consensus day one. It's been a clusterfuck of just we'll do that and hopefully that fix that. No, we'll do this too. Herd mentality. No vaccinations. No PPE. We'll give to these guys. Oh, we have no PPE. And I'm sitting thinking like mess.
No, but it's not at the same time in the welcome. People are like welcome. I'm not in Italy yet. But at the same time, I need to recognize that it's not an easy situation to manage. You know, we need to give them that.
Yeah, fair enough. But these are people that are paid to do a job, manage the country. I've not seen a country managed in a long time. What I see, because what used to know me before, I see them always lining their own pockets. But when shit is the fan and we really need them, where are they?
I know.
And
It's not easy.
yeah, I'm not saying it's easy, but people shouldn't be taking this job for easiness. You should know that it's hard. Manage the country is hard. Yeah, but yeah.
That's really trying. I think they're trying, but yeah, they didn't do it right.
I don't think
they did it poorly.
Yeah, I don't think they're trying enough, and this is a poor attempt. Like everything they've done in the past, very poor and poorly planned. And I just look at thinking like, damn, why should I vote for a few people any time in the future again? You show that you can't handle it. Well, you need to get people that can handle it. It shows me that you're not the best for the job. But yeah, you always ask for more money, always getting pay rises. Always, it seems every time you read it, every time you read a newspaper about them failing, it's like they're failing upwards. They're getting promoted, and you're sitting there thinking, "Oh, okay, cool. Then show us what you can do." And they're showing us what they can do. Jack shit. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, why should we have any people in this governing seat for the country ever again? The way I see it is that if it was corporate would have been like boom, boom, boom. I'm not saying corporate is great, but I'm saying at least the structure there, things happen. Every time I see from government, it always seems like half-assed jobs. Dodgy things happen, and I'm sitting there thinking like, you spit why people don't listen.
Yeah, but we're talking about dealing with how many people are we in this country? 70 million?
Yeah, 70 million. Yeah.
There's a lot of people,
If it's not working for me, then they need to figure out a better system to manage it.
I think the panic, because it means that, because even Scotland is doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it means, and I feel I have better trust in Scotland, in that lady, for some reason, because I'm a woman. But it means that the data were very, very worried,
Yeah, but
the panic.
But has the data never been worrying? It must have been worrying for a while. I don't doubt that again the day lie, but has it never been like a sort of thing where it's like it's kind of odd? Maybe we should ease them into it a bit, just in case. There's not people that experts they get information from that probably tell them like, yeah, there's a possibility a new strain can come out. Maybe we should do this to avoid that. Yeah. It seems like there's experts there, but
I think what they didn't want to repeat is that people, if we give them like 2 days, people would panic and they will start, of course, travel everywhere, and then that infection rate will just increase. So they say, okay, let's cut straight away, so they don't have the chance to move.
Oh, I agree with them, and yeah, I'd believe that if it wasn't for the help out to eat out. That shit made no sense. I basically fucking encouraged the fucking virus.
But not even that. Like until 3 days ago, he was saying it would be inhuman to cancel Christmas. You guys should go out and do and shop for your dear ones or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm thinking
3 days ago. No, 3 or 4 days ago.
I wasn't even listening, man, but I'm not surprised. I'm sitting thinking, what do you want? You want me to go out or you want me to stay indoors? You want me to spread the virus?
This morning, Hancock said people that have left yesterday before midnight, they were very responsible.
Huh? What, did the virus go like, oh yeah, got shit. It's December 20th, I go wait, midnight, oh, funny.
Because the restrictions.
Yeah, the 20th, yeah, bad. I guarantee they left as well. I guarantee they're all at home right now, chilling.
For sure. Yeah. They have all of the kids at home. Imagine all the students, the master's student, the PhD student, they can't go home.
That's what's tricky, man. So hopefully England wakes up and realize one rule for them, another rule for us, and they are fucking us about. And they don't deserve any position they have. They are fucking crooks, incompetent fools that don't deserve to run anything in this country.
No, I'm gonna agree with you.
Oh, they are, and they are criminals, and it's unbelievable how we keep letting them get away with it. I'm thinking, fair enough. We want best people for the job. Let's get the best people for the job. Let's pay them and make sure the shit's done, and hold them accountable when shit is not done. And right now, nothing's been done. It just seems like a hacked job since March. I'm telling you, there's something.
Almost 1 year.
I know, 1 year wasted. When if shit had been strict from March, we would have been done by now.
But what What would you have done differently?
I would have told, if I see anyone on the street, you are going to jail for a good year, 3 years, fines. My people I saw on the street, it was unbelievable when I was driving up and down to Wembley to get the legs and stuff. One time it was sunny, I saw everyone in the park. I was just looking thinking like, huh? Is it not lockdown? It's not taking lockdown serious. I was like, is it not a lockdown? Why is everyone outside? I'm thinking, where's the police at?
That the police have not enough funding. There's so many.
Exactly.
They should do all the redistribution of the money.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the money going? Where's all this money that that seems to be going on abuse of stuff like funding Saudi Arabia with their fucking guns and nuclear power and all this other BS? And like, where's all the money going? We need to be funding. It's ridiculous. You look at thinking, it's just tired. I'm just sitting there thinking like, you know what? Whatever they do, they're gonna do. I'm gonna focus on myself and work on better my life because no matter who you vote for, it just seems to be garbage. It goes garbage in your face.
Did I tell you that now they told me that in Abu Dhabi, as soon as you're positive, they give you a watch?
Yeah.
So they track if you're staying at home or not.
Yeah, there it's a bit different because obviously they've made their money recently and obviously their population is not as big as this country's. It's smaller. So I get when they do stuff like that, I'm thinking fair enough. I think this country, how can you be so ill-equipped to deal with a pandemic? You must know your own weaknesses and strengths. You must know that, okay, cool, if we do it like this is going to fuck up. It should be, I don't know what you call it, but there should be experts in there thinking like, yeah, we can't do that because it's going to fuck up. Because I'm thinking like, anyone can see that. I'd be like, oh, if we do this light-hearted for lockdown and we'll tell people to go out, people got to do whatever. So it should be very strict, very much like authoritarian, regardless of whether the British public could go or not. It's very much like, if I see you outside, I don't know, to put about you're getting shot.
No.
I'm not sure, but something like that, serious, like, you better be fucking outside till we get this fucking shit under control. There's no joke.
Well, they can do that. Let's say if you're out, you can get fined almost up to £3,000. What was it? Let me check again.
I was just out today.
Yeah, no. You can be given a fixed penalty notice of $200 for the first offence, doubling for further offences up to a maximum of £6,400.
Well, I'll tell you what.
If you hold or are involved in holding an illegal gathering over 30 people, the police can issue fines of £10,000. Tell your parents, please. Tell your mom.
I'll tell you, yeah, but I'll tell you what. I was just out right now and I saw people walking up and down the road, like casually strolling.
Yeah, but you can do that. You can do exercise. You can go and buy your food, just like in lockdown. That's the thing.
Oh, man, bullshit, man, bullshit. I'm gonna go to Greenwich Park and chill. And let's see if I get arrested with now. I guarantee they're gonna leave me alone. I'm like, no, I'm exercising.
Anyway, we'll see that. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you.
Alright. Chill.
Go. Have you done your jogging inside this morning?
Not yet.
Maybe do it so you get out of the house.
Yeah, probably.
Do you have any friend that jogs just like you?
No? Not around.
So then you could done that with a try.
Maybe. I'll see you. Yeah, babe. Ciao. Bye-bye. Let me know.
We do.
Keep my beard. Bye-bye.
Bye, boo.
Bye.
Soul-starved fiends are after me. In the name of all things, open this gate. They're almost upon me. This is the third time. This is all I have. But please accept how I must go.
Devon, what you doing, cuz?
Demon Souls.
Very good, very good.
No, he didn't give me any. Fuck that.
My father.
Yeah, when does this nigga give you the key, man?
What do you? What key?
For the fucking door, for the old King Doran's door. I need a key.
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't do no story. He died in my game, and he dropped the key. So, I don't know that story. It's my first playthrough, so I wasn't trying to kill him either. I tried to save him, but
I saved him. I saved him again. Like
different plans for
nigga was getting his ass whooped
Mm-hmm.
by a bunch of demons. I was like, damn, nigga, I'm gonna see your ass again. I saved his ass again. Was there whooping his ass?
Oh, that's a nasty move. That's a nasty move. Too bad you can't control it. Yes. You fucking bitch.
I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna Google that.
God damn, this bitch is not stop moving. Good job, my daughter. You running already? I'll farm you if you run already. I'll farm you. Fucking bitch. You're not eating. I won't let you. Quit going underground, dude. Work to tell nice. That's a sick move. Faggot.
Oh, but a dragon sword is fucking overpowered. Oh, I don't mean no one in PvP. They get fucked up.
Go to the prisoner if you want a PvP. You're gonna get summoned by the old monk there a lot. You're the boss. You're gonna be the boss.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck them up if they do that.
But people come in there with their friends. They don't come in there alone.
Oh, they still gonna get fucked up.
Good. I'm just saying, you know. I'm undefeated in that bitch thing.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
I went to that bitch taking names.
I'm gonna fuck you up, bro.
The Moonlight Greatsword thing. That should make people run.
Fuck your sword.
I think we're gonna farm this dude. That's a sick fucking move. Gold bracelet. Yep, he has gold shit. By medium fiber. He has the good shit. So good, Look at that. This thing said Sokura. You believe in the Sokura, Duane?
Yeah, I believe in suck. It's cock.
Ain't good. Sokura. Sokura. Jack, do you believe in the Sokura?
Do you suck it up?
Suck what up? The Sokura.
Actually, wait, who was the NPC in World 2?
I'm trying to think. What do you mean, what?
The fire one, the one with the flame lurker one, guys. I think it was an NPC there. Speaking me. Oh my fucking remember that wrong.
I think so.
Because definitely is a guy you can get the
watch this shit.
I think it's Dragon's Talisman or the Beast Talisman, where you could do miracles and magic at the same time. So I remember there's a guy there, but I think it wasn't anyone else. Wasn't there another guy?
I only know as I go through it. Like, I didn't go through this shit knowing what I was running into. Like, I'm remembering as I'm going, so I don't know.
I'm sitting there thinking, like, I remember farming that area a lot.
If you remember it all, why are you asking me then if you remember it all? I don't know.
I didn't say I remember it all. I'm just saying that wasn't a guy there. I'm trying to remember. And you go, no. So you going to say it's not.
I don't know.
Yeah, simple question. Nah. I remember.
I don't speak Chinese, so I don't know.
Just getting your feelings, man. Relax.
Speak Chinese, Jack?
Yeah, Chinese,
Frostblade.
Japanese, Chinese, please.
You're a good man, Jack. You're a good man.
I just spoke Chinese.
How does it feel to know that you're a good man, Jack? Huh?
How does it feel to know that you're a pickle superstar?
Whoa. Oh man, that guy's garbage, man. He fucked up my fucking something, my game lag. Next thing I'm, man. He just fucking made my world darker. Fucking bastard.
Another camera. Yep, Chimera Spark Tail. Yep, gonna farm the Chimera. It's almost time to go smell feet though, isn't it? Just the Akala. Should I go smell feet now? What about how long you gonna be on for?
All day.
Very good. Yeah, I think I should go smell feet now then, huh?
Oh man, he made me
You
lose
know my routine, though, I
those
smell feet
fucking
for 1 hour.
souls. He made me lose all those fucking souls, the fucking bastard.
Yeah. Well, you know what? When I come back tomorrow, if you still doing this shit, I'll come join ya. Cause I need to do it too.
He fucked it up for me. You don't believe it, man. He joined my game. My game started lagging, and then the fucking Red Knight.
Somebody joined my game, and I just started being caught on fire. It's when I was dead I saw that motherfucker.
Yeah, I started lagging, and man, I'm fucking. The Red Knights fucked me up. They're teleporting and fucked me up. I'm still thinking, what the fuck? 20,000 souls. I would have been a couple of levels on there. Oh, Lord.
You lost it complete?
not even completely, it's still there, but is it where, as after the fat fucking, you know, the guard closed the gate, and there's like a bunch of them at the end, where they were waiting to the,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
to the trader boss, whatever the guy's name is. Oh. Oh. That motherfucker, man, that's bullshit. Well. Hopefully I don't have to do the whole thing again. But that guy fucked up for me.
Yeah, that's something I don't like. Invading and cheating, no, you can't be lagging and everything. That's just being a dick. You know? That's just being a shit.
Nah, I summoned him, but he actually fucking lagged my game.
Yeah, I know. These worthless piece of shit lagger faggots.
Oh, at least the gate's open, but fucking hell, there's a bunch in there. I gotta be real careful right now. Gotta be real careful. Let me get some proper rings on. I'm just been fucking about. Increase weight limit. Something under 46. Who's goddamn man? What a dumbass. Fuck that guy, man. Fuck that guy.
See, Jack, this is when you hate invaders.
I'm like, that makes me wish I had a lag switch. I get invaded, boom, lag switch.
No, that was he wasn't an invader. He was my fucking summon. I summoned him. He liked my game. And then the fucking NPCs fucking.
So you caused it to yourself.
No, he caused it to me because I summoned him to come help me out. He's lagging my fucking game, and then the fucking enemies are killing me because they're fucking teleporting and shit. It was fucking bullshit. Almost lost all my souls. That's gonna be a hard one to get all back. It's gonna be hard to get all back.
The best way to do it is don't run forward straight. Get rid of the enemies little by little, because when you go back for a soul,
you're talking to a Souls veteran. I know that for many, many years of goddamn experience. Never rush for your souls.
Alright, well, excuse me, let me not say anything because everybody knows it all. I'm sorry.
And nigga, when I tell you stuff, you're like, no, I play the game. I know, I'm playing the game.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying too.
No, I'm not saying nothing.
I ain't saying nothing either.
Yeah, I'm just fine.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Man, they need to pick a black PS5 controller. That's what I need.
Well, what's wrong with what? Are you racist?
Yeah, I hate whites.
Yeah. See what you did, Jack? what you did, Jack?
Yes, bitch nigga said, shut up.
No, you shut up, bitch nigga Jack. Yeah, she did that.
He's back in my game again. He's not lagging this time. Fucking bastard. Actually, he's still lagging. Actually, where the fuck's my souls? Where the fuck's my souls? I don't see it on the ground. That ain't good. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. We got one. Fucking hate those red knights. Ooh. Let's get a third one. 3. Oh, I love a good backstab.
Oh, and that's one. Okay. Okay, let's go do it.
Alright, cool. Somehow, let's watch this guy fuck you up for me.
What's camera weak to ice, right? Yeah, I think camera is weak to ice. But it's good to do. I gotta smell feet for 1 hour. Hey, Jack, do you smell feet for 1? Oh, yeah, Jack does it.
The fat execution has been penetrated.
Why is it extracting? What does it have to extract? Oh, it's only those two. Let's do the 1,000 though. Let's do the 3,000 series. We're gonna do the 3,000 series, Jack. Hey, Jack, go ahead and hurry up. Jack.
Ignoring this struggle.
Okay, good. I'm gonna go smell feet for 1 hour. When I get back, we can swim or whatever. I'm staying in the party though.
Oh, fucking hell, though. He's about to be dead. Dead.
thou seekest, then touch the demons. Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended. Art thou, may thy strength.
Are you begging for a magic? Be careful, normal. Well, we've long been. Well,
Let's see, can I upgrade my weapon? Can I upgrade this?
I can forge weapons for you. No one can tell you.
hello again. I'm keeping a close watch. You have a heart of
Fucked up, fucked up. Oh,
Okay.
Hello, and welcome to Region Locked. As a long-standing Japanese property, Dragon Ball's popularity cannot be overstated. From its origins as a serialization in Weekly Shonen Jump magazine, it immediately captured the attention of manga fans and served as inspiration for other vastly popular titles, such as Naruto and Bleach. Today, it stands behind One Piece as the second best-selling manga series of all time. Though, it's worth noting that One Piece creator Eiichiro Oda has cited Dragon Ball as a guiding influence over his work. That said, for all the success of a series currently sitting in the top 20 highest grossing media franchises with a revenue of over $20 billion, the truth is that it took several attempts for the series to gain a strong foothold outside of Japan. It wasn't until the mid-90s that anime and manga were considered marketable in the West, having previously been dismissed as a niche interest with a limited audience. In Japan, however, attitudes could not have been more different. The franchise was thriving almost a decade earlier, with spin-offs, merchandising, and of course, video games. Most of which never reached Western shores, and most of which we'll be looking at in today's episode. Suffice to say, we have a lot of ground to cover. This video will contain spoilers for numerous sagas of the Dragon Ball manga, anime, and video games. Also, due to the nature of Dragon Ball's fight scenes, this video includes material that strobe and flicker and may not be suitable for viewers with photosensitivity. But hey, before we get started, I'm Kaiser Neko of Team 4-Star, and if you like Dragon Ball, definitely check out Dragon Ball Z Abridged over on Team 4-Star. Yay! Now let's get started. We'll start this deep dive with the first game ever released for the franchise, Dragon Ball Dragon Daihikyo, a relatively standard overhead shoot 'em up. It seems a foregone conclusion that Dragon Ball would sit most comfortably in the fighting genre, right? But back when Dragon Daihikyo hit the market in 1986, the manga had only been running for about 2 years, and Journey to the West remained a prominent influence. It was only later, after the series had started to approach its Z-era content, that its fairy tale was completely overshadowed by the super heroic martial arts in later volumes. Instead, Dragon Daihikyo features Goku taking on wicked enemies while surfing the flying Nimbus, aided by his powerful and Kamehameha technique. Make it to the end of the stage, and the game will reward you with a Dragon Ball. However, if you take too many hits, Goku will fall from Nimbus and it's game over. Granted, the game does include hidden bonus stages featuring Master Roshi sparring with Goku in a typical 2D fighter format. But make no mistake, this is no Street Fighter. Dragon Daihikyo is also notable as the only game in the franchise with no ties to Bandai. Instead, it was developed and published by Epic for their very own Super Cassette Vision, a follow-up home console to the Cassette Vision, which had held its own as the best-selling console for 2 years until Nintendo's Famicom came onto the scene. This would change with the next entry in the series, Shinron no Nazo, which was both produced and distributed by Bandai. Instead of negotiating a license to release the game for the North American market, Bandai stripped the game of all references to the source material, rename it Dragon Power, and tout it as a loose adaptation of Journey to the West instead. After making little impact on an unimpressed audience, Bandai retreated back to Japan for the release of Daima Fukatsu on the Famicom in 1988. Unlike its predecessors, Daima Fukatsu made a concerted effort to follow the manga, opening with the death of Krillin following the World Martial Arts Tournament featured in the King Piccolo saga. It's also the first game using card battling as a primary mechanic. Combat is split into rounds, like a modified game of war, where the player and their AI opponent choose a card from a randomly generated hand. Whoever holds the highest number wins that round, and the battle's outcome is illustrated to the player in a series of surprisingly detailed animated stills. Cards can perform many actions in combat and are split into types such as offensive-based kicks and punches, special attacks like the iconic rock, scissors, paper, and Kamehameha, or defensive cards that allow Goku to dodge enemy attacks. The ultimate is represented by a route map reminiscent of a roll-and-move board game, with cards used as moving currency rather than dice. Once Goku reaches target destination on the map, the game shifts into a traditional text-based adventure game, presenting options that the player must choose in correct order to progress the story. While Daima Fukatsu may seem like an eclectic direction for the franchise to take, it certainly captured the attention of the Japanese audience, with 1.25 million copies sold. After hitting a winning formula, Dragon Ball 3 Gokuden released the following year with the same gameplay structure as its predecessor, albeit with more dynamic animations and a brighter color palette befitting the franchise. Released in 1989, 6 months after the debut of Dragon Ball Z on Japanese screens, it was clear that retreading a single saga from the original Dragon Ball manga would not be enough. Instead, Gokuden spans the entirety of the events preceding the anime, albeit with a barrage of alterations made to the source material. Some were fairly minor, such as the option to choose Baby Gamera to travel the map instead of using Flying Nimbus. A more egregious example is the introduction of King Piccolo as his younger self from the offset, thereby omitting the summoning and subsequent death of Shenron, the wish-granting dragon. Nevertheless, Gokuden closely follows Goku's adventure all the way up to the epic battle with Piccolo Jr. in the World Martial Arts Tournament Final, retelling the Goku saga from in a single created implementing the card battling system as a mainstay mechanic. With Dragon Ball now in the rear-view mirror, Bandai were able to look at and capitalize on the burgeoning popularity of Dragon Ball Z with Kyoshu Saiyajin in 1990, the second installment to what would become the Gokuden game series. Broadly speaking, the game is an adaptation of the show's first season, culminating in the battle against Great Ape Vegeta. However, Kyoshu Saiyajin is not without its own variations to the official continuity. By this time, the franchise already had 3 movies under its belt, but the first bearing the Dragon Ball Z moniker had only been released less than a year prior. Known as the movie is set in the interim between Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but in Kyoshu Saiyajin, the events of the film kick into gear immediately after the battle with Raditz, with the introduction of Dead Zone's Scarlet Jr. and his posse of loyal henchmen. In terms of gameplay, the card battling system remained. The linear battle system was scrapped in favor of a freely explorable, battle-based overhead deck common to Japanese RPGs at the time. What's more, while Gokuden provided players the opportunity to play as Krillin and Yamcha, Kyoshu Saiyajin makes the regular occurrence in service to Dragon Ball Z's numerous story arcs with the inclusion of 7 playable characters over the course of the game. It also introduced a party system, lifting the restriction to exclusive one-on-one fights to include a whole team of heroes going up against powerful foes, a combat structure also fitting the series. Instead of being confined to single animations, plays out dynamically in front of the player, with cards to do the same functions as items in other RPG battle systems. For example, healing a party member or freezing an opponent for a turn. A limited edition cartridge of Kyoshu Saiyajin was available to purchase at release, a testament to just how quickly the franchise took off in a couple of years. With Dragon Ball rapidly growing into a household name in Japan, it was inevitable that a direct sequel to Kyoshu Saiyajin would be right around the corner. Released in 1991, Dragon Ball Z 2 Gekishin Frieza closely follows the events of the Frieza saga. Gameplay remains consistent with previous titles, with little deviation from the card battle more intricately drawn sprites and smoother animations, particularly during combat sequences. At this point, the Dragon Ball Z anime series was rapidly catching up to the manga, necessitating new material and extended action that gave Akira Toriyama the time to turn out new issues. As a result, subplots of the anime series were also included in Gekishin Frieza, such as the mirror spaceship crewed by children displaced by Frieza, as well as the widely reviled illusion of Namek created by shape-shifting aliens. Much like Kyoshu Saiyajin incorporated elements of Dead Zone, Gekishin Frieza also includes a brief glimpse at Kanasa, a planet featured in the TV special Bardock, the father of Goku. The game features some major divergences from the source material, however. First, the game includes each of Frieza's transformations in his fight against Goku. However, as far as both the anime and manga are concerned, Goku arrived late to the conflict, once Frieza had already reached his final form. Second, the game omits Goku's own transformation from Super Saiyan for the first time, a huge moment for the character, and the series as a whole. The blame on the game's development team, however, the concept of Super Saiyan had only been included in the manga a mere 4 months prior to the game's release. Once the Frieza saga had wrapped up on paper and on screen, there was a clear need to return to the series as a whole, with a renewed faithfulness to the source material, stripping back the movie tie-ins and unneeded filler. Super Saiyajin Densetsu, or Legends of Super Saiyan, was released in 1992, a remake of both Kyoshu Saiyajin and Gekishin Frieza, bridging the Saiyan and Frieza arcs in a single title. Released on the Super Famicom created the potential for great forwarding quality, and Super Saiyajin Densetsu delivers fantastically detailed sprites and environments immediately recognizable from the anime. Combat became more dynamic than ever, with characters flying towards the screen and key powers blasting enemies out of the sky. The card battling system was overhauled to incorporate individual character values, power level, attack speed, and key points. Outside of combat, the game dispenses these cards as movement currency altogether, allowing characters to move, albeit still subject to random encounters typical of most RPGs on the Super Famicom at the time. To satisfy the need for commonly recurring enemies, the game relies on endless waves of recolored Spider-Man, including members of the Ginyu Force. Also in line with other RPGs at the time is the inclusion of rest stops and item shops. By interacting with fortune teller Baba or a Namekian salesman, the player may sell or purchase item cards for expensive Dragon Ball's in-universe currency, which can restore health and ki, or provide a temporary boost to characters in combat. As its title suggests, Super Saiyajin Densetsu does include Goku's iconic transformation to Super Saiyan, remaining so faithful to the source of the player will sacrifice one of their party members before the option becomes available. However, while the anime and manga specifically present Krillin's death as its catalyst for Goku's transformation, the player is for the sake of another if they prefer. While they never left Japan, Super Saiyajin Densetsu remains well loved by many Dragon Ball Z fans who embraced the emergence of SNES emulation in the mid-90s, and its gameplay was compelling enough to spark translation projects for added accessibility. But hold up, Bandai wasn't quite finished with the game series they'd already started on the Famicom. The sequel to Kekishin Frieza, Dragon Ball Z 3, Ressen Jinzo Ningen, was released in 1992, 7 months after Super Saiyajin Densetsu. Rather than jumping straight into the events of the anime, the recap sequence of Frieza's defeat. But doubled as an opportunity to rectify the glaring omission of Goku's Super Saiyan transformation at the end of Kekishin Frieza. Like Kyoshi cited before it, Ressen Jinzo Ningen ties in elements of the latest movie released during its development, in this case, Cooler's Revenge. The game recounts the arrival of the eponymous brother of Frieza and his men, though the conflict is quickly resolved in favor of focusing on Cell, the primary antagonist of the Android saga. To pick up the pace, battle sequences for random encounters were set to auto-resolve once the level of the party surpasses that of the enemies in that area, doing away with the lengthier action sequences that, while well-designed, became long-winded and tedious after hours of gameplay. Instead, those more intricate animated sequences were left to shine during major battles. Overall, though, Ressen Jinzo Ningen kept the established format of the Goku series, and its changes to the card battle system were minor tweaks to streamline it and gain accessibility. Ressen Jinzo Ningen wasn't the only game released in 1992, however. The year also saw the release of Dragon Ball Z Gyuto Tenkaichi Budokai, the very first game in the franchise to implement traditional 2D fighting mechanics. Sporting typical controls of the time, the game offered a variety of modes, ranging from one-on-one battles to knockout tournaments featuring up to 8 characters. However, not content with being just like any other fighting game, Gyuto Tenkaichi Budokai came packaged with a detached joint ROM system, a barcode reader developed and released by Bandai. Rather than select a character from an in-game roster, the player is prompted to scan in one of the many characters cards provided with the hardware itself. While the game only supported 28 playable characters, the player was also provided with an additional 12 cards, which served as stat variants to switch things up. Of course, the system proved particularly troublesome for anyone unfortunate enough to lose the deck, or the reader for that matter. Despite its official endorsement by Nintendo, the detached never really came close to becoming a staple feature of the Famicom. With only 6 further games released to support it, before it fell out of favor entirely. The record-breaking success of Street Fighter II catapulted the fighting genre into the limelight in the early 90s. After its console port proved a hit with audiences hungry for high-caliber fighting games beyond the arcade, Bandai released Dragon Ball Z Super Butoden in 1993. Unlike Gyuto Tenkaichi Budokai, which consisted entirely of characters duking with no overarching plot, Super Butoden followed Street Fighter's lead and included a narrative of its own. Once again, adapted from the anime, of course. While it remains primarily focused on the anime, it covers an impressive amount of material from Dragon Ball Z, including the battle between Piccolo and Goku at the World Martial Arts Tournament, as well as the conflict against Vegeta and Frieza in earlier sagas. Beyond the story mode, Super Butoden also features versus and tournament modes, the latter brings the 8 players. It goes without saying that the Detach was left behind in favor of an easily accessible in-game roster. While many of these features are part of the course for any title building off the back of Street Fighter's success, Dragon Ball's unique aspects demanded a degree of innovation. For example, as the characters could fly through the air, each stage comes equipped with a radar map displaying where the fighters are in relation to one another. Once fighters are too far away to accommodate a single screen, the stage display shifts seamlessly into an actually dynamic roaming split screen, which moves from horizontal to vertical depending on the player's position, and occasionally dilates to feature fighters executing special moves. At this point, Dragon Ball was on an upward trajectory in Japan, and Shonen Jump was well on its way of hitting its peak circulation of 6.5 million copies. And to say that Super Shonen did well is an understatement. It sold 1.45 million copies in Japan, and remains the best-selling video game in the franchise to date at the time of this video. With such a runaway success on their hands, Bandai made the decision to finally step outside of Japan with a bona fide licensed Dragon Ball title, releasing Super Butoden in France and Spain just 8 months later. At this point, Dragon Ball was so established in Japan that it could ship units on its name alone, as Bandai was going to prove with Dragon Ball Z Gaiden, Saiyajin Zetsumetsu Keikaku. The last Dragon Ball title released for the Famicom, it's also notable for being the first game in the franchise to feature an original story. Saiyajin Zetsumetsu Keikaku introduces antagonist Dr. Lychee, a brilliant couple scientist hell-bent on exacting revenge upon the Saiyans after the annihilation of his race at their hands. After releasing a toxic gas capable of destroying all life on Earth, it's up to the Z-Fighters to put a stop to his scheme. Saiyajin Zetsumetsu Keikaku follows the Gokuden card battling formula, the last game in the series to do so barring the remake of Dragon Ball 3 Gokuden, released on the WonderSwan color in 2003 and simply titled Dragon Ball. Zetsumetsu Keikaku was adapted into a 2-part official video animation that functioned as a visual walkthrough for players released a year later on VHS. By effectively demonstrating the correct sequences of events to see the narrative to its conclusion, it also provided players with a guide to optimally complete the game. This footage was later repurposed for the only 2 Dragon Ball Z titles released on Bandai's multimedia entertainment system, Playdia. These 2 FMV games, Shikuhen and Uchuhen, remained near identical to the animation, but incorporated player choice at specific moments. For example, with rock, scissors, paper, incredibly, this OVA, remade in its entirety, and came bundled with a widely released Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 in 2010, the closest it's come to an official global release 16 years after its debut in Japan. With the couple period more or less put to bed, and fighting games having finally found a solid footing on home consoles, it's no surprise that Bandai quickly turned its attention to chasing Butoden's success. Dragon Ball's popularity has picked up traction in Europe after its French dub. And while notorious for its questionable changes, it was the first dub available for the series, serving as the foundation for many of the European dubs that would follow. It would also inform the release of the 3rd entry in the Butoden series, Uyu Detsten. After the Super Famicom's runaway success in Japan, most licensed games were released on the platform in an effort to maximize sales. However, this was not the case in Europe, where Sega had decidedly edged out Nintendo. In order to capitalize on Dragon Ball's growing global audience, Uyu Detsten released on the Mega Drive instead. With the reasoning that most European fans at the time were more likely to be introduced to the franchise via the dub, the game was released in France and Spain with an exclusive French translation and revised title, La Fête de Destin. It was also sold in Portugal by finally the Japanese version of the game, rather than the existing European one, and sidestepped the minor wrinkle that Japanese cartridges weren't compatible with European hardware by releasing it with a region converter cartridge. After a superficial re-release that swapped out the typical Mega Drive blue box cover art for one of the Dragon Ball Z VHS cassette covers, the game saw a 3rd and final release in Portugal that did away with the converter altogether by including a localized French cartridge instead. Nowadays, those Portuguese variations are fairly rare commodities, and of some value to collectors, with open auctions sitting at a respectable $99.99. While Uyu Detsten bears a near-identical resemblance to Super Butoden in how it looks and plays, it was not so much a direct sequel as it was a Mega Drive variant. Bandai refrained from bringing it fully under the Super Butoden umbrella, likely in an attempt to avoid alienating the existing fans of the game series on the Super Famicom. The official sequel, aptly titled Super Butoden 3, released on the Super Famicom as anticipated, rounding out the Super Butoden trilogy despite technically being the 4th in format. Unlike its predecessors, Super Butoden 3 dispenses with a story mode, allowing the tournament mode to take center stage. The intention was to follow from Super Butoden 2's adaptation of the Cell Game saga. However, the game released at the tail end of 1984, flat bang in the middle of the subsequent Majin Buu saga's first air in Japan, which rendered a faithful adaptation literally impossible. As a compromise, the roster of characters used in the Versus mode are based on those featured in the saga, such as Kid Trunks and Shin, as well as Majin Buu himself. Special attention was paid to honing the already kinetic gameplay, a major factor being the implementation of a quicker special moves. Overall, however, Super Butoden 3 stuck to the tried formula that would make the series a mainstay favorite in Japan for years to come. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to hand this off to my good friend and business partner, Nick Lanipator Landis. Lanny, take it away.
Thank you, Kaiser. I'm done warming up, so let's do it. The fighting game genre might have established itself as a spot for Dragon Ball games by the mid-90s, but that didn't mean that developers were just going to turn out Street Fighter clones and call it a day. The franchise was still ripe for experimentation, exemplified by Idanaru Son Goku Densetsu in 1994. Released shortly after the anime saw Goku's decision to sacrifice himself in order to protect the Earth from future threats, the game serves as a love letter to the character, charting his 7 most iconic battles against the big names of the Dragon Ball Rogues Gallery. From his fight against mercenary Tao as a young boy to his final battle with himself. What sets this game apart from the Butoden series is a unique system that doesn't actually allow the player full control of Goku. Instead, the combat is split into 2 phases. The first phase incorporates a tug-of-war system paired with a number of action modes the player can choose from, allowing Goku to focus on charging up energy, dodging incoming attacks, or going on the offensive himself. No damage is actually dealt during this phase. Once one side clearly has the upper hand, combat shifts to the second phase, where the superior fighter is tasked with combining kana symbols to unleash a special attack that does impact their opponent's health. Intricately detailed animations play between battles that capture Dragon Ball's visual style so completely it appears almost indistinguishable from the anime. Through these cutscenes, the game impresses the narrative framework of Goku's eldest son Gohan, relaying these greatest hits to his kid brother Goten, who was born after their father's death and thus never got a chance to know it. Idai Son Goku Densetsu is a wholly idiosyncratic title, refusing to neatly fit into the predefined mold of what a fighting game should be. The decision to release the game exclusively for the PC Engine, more familiarly known as the TurboGrafx 16 to our North American viewers. The PC Engine preceded the Super Famicom and Mega Drive as the first console of the 16-bit era, though the more discerning retro fan will be quick to point out that this was achieved via a modified 8-bit CPU. It never made much of a splash in the West, largely due to poor marketing and the unintended stranglehold of Nintendo's exclusivity agreements. In the midst of the console war between the 2 powerhouses of Sega and Nintendo, it's no surprise that TurboGrafx 16 hardly got a look in. However, the console's manufacturer, NEC, was a long-established market leader in the personal computer business in Japan. This ensured a success that is oft overlooked due to the TurboGrafx 16's abject failure to crack Western markets. On the contrary, the PC Engine outpaced the Mega Drive in Japan, and became a momentary credible threat to Nintendo's monolithic console. However, the decision to forego the Super Famicom did not help the game's standing, and was the only Dragon Ball title in the PC Engine's Japan-centric library. The viability of selling Dragon Ball to a handheld audience was first established with the explosive popularity of the Game Boy, to sell Dragon Ball to an audience of millions. Goku Hishoden released on the platform in 1994, though again exclusively in Japan, spanning from Goku's victory over Piccolo at the end of Dragon Ball and retreading the entirety of the Saiyan saga. Goku Hishoden is a turn-based battle with unique combat features. Each opponent is allowed to use a number of actions to move around the grid map, which displays the positions of each fighter. Each attack uses up the character's key energy, can be combined into powerful energy attacks ranging from blasts to spirit bombs. Once the player's actions are exhausted, combat switches to the opposing fighter, with the player instead focusing on blocking or dodging their moves by completing a set of minigames. Despite these eclectic divergences from the typical turn-based gameplay of the time, Goku Hishoden garnered enough interest for Goku Geki Toden. Goku Geki Toden was released less than a year later, following immediately on from its predecessor by adapting the saga in full, and including a further 4 playable characters as a result: Gohan, Krillin, Vegeta, and Piccolo. It also brought Goku Hishoden complete with rolling illustrations of the fighters in the battle as they would look in the anime. In 1995, the franchise would make a quick retreat back to the Super Famicom for the release of Super Gokuden, Totsugeki Hen. As an unofficial extension of the Gokuden series, the game returns to the franchise's earlier action RPG identity, albeit one that dispensed with card battling. Instead, combat is represented by an overview of Goku facing off with his opponent, each positioned at either end of the battlefield. Both fighters will gradually make their way towards each other, attacking once they reach a certain distance. Utilizing a rock, paper, scissors battle system, each move has a corresponding effectiveness against an enemy. As the player makes their way through the game, they gradually learn which techniques effectively counter others, as well as unlocking more moves to maximize success in battle. Outside of combat, Totsugeki Hen is dialogue heavy, to a frankly astonishing degree. In fact, players will spend the majority of their time wading through lengthy conversations between characters more than anything else. Frequently, multiple choice questions interrupt the flow of dialogue, prompting the player to decide on how Goku should respond to a given scenario. In most cases, these questions serve to arbitrarily quiz the player on the events of the manga. That said, there are certain questions where answering differently can prompt the narrative to diverge from its canonical path, if temporarily. Despite being branded with the Dragon Ball Z prefix, the game's narrative is adapted from the events of the original Dragon Ball series, culminating in Goku's pivotal battle against King Piccolo. The release of Kakusei Hen 6 months later would go on to wrap up Dragon Ball with Goku's match against Piccolo at the World Martial Arts Tournament, before transitioning into the events of Dragon Ball Z. Given the short development time between games, Kakusei Hen is a direct continuation of its predecessor, with very few changes to gameplay and visual design. However, this follow-up more readily embraces the alternate narrative in the storyline, incorporating several bad endings, such as the death of Piccolo at the hands of Kami, or Frieza stealing the Dragon Balls back and achieving immortality after all. The mid-90s also saw a reprisal of the Butoden game series, though it's impossible to discuss without first mentioning the release of Ultimate Battle 22, a 2D fighting game set on a 3D plane exclusive to the PlayStation 1. While the game hit Japanese store shelves in the summer of '95, Western fans were likely more familiar with its controversial release in North America in 2003, long after the console's obsolescence. Horribly dated as it was, with no accompanying English dub and gutted of all additional cutscenes, Ultimate Battle 22's cripplingly late debut in the States was written off as a quick cash grab by Atari. Its critically panned gameplay is paint by numbers in most respects but one, and it's a biggie. All the character sprites were designed by Toriyama's animation team, bringing the anime likeness to the gameplay itself. These sprites were recycled just 4 months later in Shin Butoden on the Sega Saturn, which featured the exact same roster as a result. Not that it's to the game's detriment. In fact, Shin Butoden was considered to be a vast improvement over its predecessor. The split screens so quintessential to the Butoden titles were rejected by Ultimate Battle. Instead, the camera dilates to accommodate its players, reading and distorting the sprite significantly. However, in Shin Butoden, split screens return, allowing players to zip across the stages at astonishing speed. It also includes a story mode spanning the Android and Cell Game sagas, as well as a group battle mode involving teams of 5 characters going up against each other, with the winner decided by the number of victories overall. These features alone one-upped Ultimate Battle's bare-boned offerings, but they too are eclipsed by the absurd chaos of Mr. Satan mode, where players take the role of the mode's eponymous character, who must bet on matches in order to pay off a rather substantial debt. To shake things up, Mr. Satan mode incorporates a cheat mechanic. The player can buy items such as banana peels and explosives to throw from the sidelines, disrupting the match and ensuring the outcome needed for a payout. Between matches, the player may also choose to gift items to a chosen fighter, boosting their stats to give them an edge. Whether the fighter accepts this gift is decided by a spin wheel of fortune, and any other action available to boost chances of success. The final entry of the Dragon Ball series on the Super Famicom came in the form of Hyperdimension in 1996. While this too sits comfortably in the fighting genre, there is a notable divergence in gameplay away from the Street Fighter template. Instead, Hyperdimension experiments with the fighting styles of SNK's hit franchise King of Fighters and Fatal Fury, encouraging aerial attacks and jump maneuvers, and increased emphasis on close-range fighting rather than the overabundance of ki powers and long-range energy blasts seen in the Butoden series. To facilitate late-match comebacks, fighters are capable of regenerating health in a similar manner to the ability to power up ki in Butoden. And if health falls too low, players gain access to a highly powerful desperation attack unique to their character to turn the tide back in their favor. In order to better accommodate a story mode in a fighting game format, the player does not just assume the role of one character fighting against many different combatants over the course of the narrative. Instead, each scenario is based on key moments of conflict from the Frieza, Cell, and Kid Buu sagas, while the player transitions easily from one character to another. For example, the player will take the role of Majin Buu to go up against Kid Buu, despite having played as both Goku and Vegeta in order to take down Buu just a few battles earlier. The plot advances regardless of the player's success in battle, and defeat doesn't always hinder progression. If worse comes to worse, key characters such as Goku might require the player to use a senzu bean in order to revive them. As tightly orchestrated as the story mode appears, in practice it's not the most faithful adaptation. Critically, Goku is the one who beats Cell in Hyperdimension, which ignores the poignant sacrifice in Dragon Ball Z. What's more, the game's French version was released without the story mode altogether, likely due to the controversy stirred up around the level of violence in the anime at the time. It was eventually deemed unsuitable for young audiences and abruptly yanked from broadcast schedules in November 1996, leaving the Boo arc yet unresolved. French players of Hyperdimension had to make do with the versus and tournament modes, while the rest of the world had the full spread. That same year, Bandai embraced the distinctly polygonal future of the consoles, releasing Hidainaru Dragon Ball Densetsu to the PlayStation and Sega Saturn in Japan. It also made store shelves in France, Spain, and Portugal as a Saturn exclusive. All European versions were translated solely into French, but bizarrely, the French version itself was sold under the original Japanese title, while the latter two countries saw the game renamed Dragon Ball Z: The Legend. The gameplay has a distinct variation from all other fighting games in the franchise. Rather than the standard one-on-one skirmishes, battles in Idainaru Dragon Ball Densetsu consist of two teams of up to 3 fighters pitted against each other simultaneously. While it uses 2D sprites on a 3D plane in much the same way as Ultimate Battle 22, Idainaru Dragon Ball Densetsu utilizes the previously neglected foreground and background to create dynamic mid-battle cutscenes showcasing devastating key powers. The tug-of-war mechanic makes an unlikely comeback in the form of the power balance gauge, which swings in favor of the team that's gaining the upper hand. Once the gauge is fully filled, the active fighter on the winning team will perform a deadly meteor attack for a decisive victory. As far as the story mode goes, though, yet again, we're going back to the early days of Dragon Ball Z, kicking off immediately with the arrival of Vegeta and Nappa. In fact, Idainaru Dragon Ball Densetsu is the first game in the franchise to incorporate all sagas from Dragon Ball Z, taking the player right through